Hi there, good evening everyone, and welcome to the marketplace with Uchonoche today. I know that today is a special day for many people, especially the young. Um, it's Valentine's Day. I want to wish you guys a wonderful Valentine's Day and hope you celebrate it today. Let it be memorable for you guys, but also with a caution. Really, I don't really understand this Valentine stuff, but it is something that has come to stay. It's something that people use it for the wrong reasons and also for the right reasons. What I will advocate for is use it, help, do something for someone that they can pay you back. Show some form of love. It doesn't have to always be romantic love because that's all we know. Sending flowers, sending this, sending that. Those things are good to a loved one, but when you are sending to 5, 6 people at the same time, then it becomes worrisome. But I just want to stay on the positive side of Valentine's Day. Just show someone love this day. Give them something. Call your parents. Give your mom something. Give your dad something. Your siblings. Just find out how they're doing. Your colleagues, your fellow students. It doesn't have to end in a ceremony. It doesn't have to end in a hotel. It doesn't have to end in a party, and all those things. It's just an opportunity for us to show love somewhere. But be that as it may, I just want to say happy Valentine's Day. I wish you guys love from Marketplace Apostles. We love you, and we are glad that you're here with us all through the year. We love you. We appreciate you for coming live every time to be here with us. God bless you guys on this special love day. Okay, today I want to talk about how to carve out a niche for yourself, not just in the romantic setting, but in business and in life. So I'm talking about how to carve out a niche for yourself, because you need to find a place where you excel as a person. You need to find a place where you can be yourself, where you can express yourself, and you are unique while doing that. Okay, so let me just give you a brief overview. When you carve out a niche for yourself, it helps you to organize your work and create a secure position. Especially at work, in what you do, because it's carving out a niche for yourself in business and in life generally. You need to, in the marketplace, in the commerce world or corporate world, we're always talking about differentiation. The value is drawn from that differentiation. Value is drawn from differentiation. You stand out when you're different. You stand out when you have something unique to offer that other people are not offering. Or maybe people are offering it, but you are coming from a different angle. You're adding more value to what people are already doing. You're coming from a different place that people are not used to it. So now this 2022, strategic. It has to be strategic. It's strategic for us at Marketplace Apostle, and I want it also to be strategic for you, because this year we are positioning ourselves for global acceptance, and for you to have that global acceptance, you must have something that differentiates you. You must have a niche, carve out a niche for yourself, and so that it becomes easy for you to sell or to do offer services or whatever you want to offer. If people don't see you as unique, separate, and distinctive in that thing that you do, it becomes difficult for them to be able to trust you to deliver on the things that you say you can deliver. So we must be able to carve out a niche for ourselves. there are many strategies you can employ to get ahead of your competition, which are often based around offering a better service or product than your customers. But this is something that is good if you offer top-notch, the best services in an industry. Of course, it will get you noticed. But there's more to just offering those services. Being best at something is in fact, is harder to be best at something than to be the first to arrive to a new category or a new niche. It's good to be at the top. It is good for you to offer excellent products and services, the best. But it is harder to maintain than to arrive at a new category, a new niche for yourself that is new. People don't understand it, but they trust you. Something that people don't know yet. Or you're coming from a different angle, people are not seeing yet. You know, it's easier for you to run very fast in the industry before competition begins to catch up. It's easier for you to be announced with something different. You have carved a niche for yourself than just top services. Please, I'm not discountenancing top services and products. No, they get you to the top. They get you noticed. But there's this special thing. The icing on the cake is that when you are able to carve out a niche for yourself in spite of all those things. Let me just say, carving out a niche for yourself is what makes you stay longer as a market leader. And I think that this is exactly what we want. So how do we go about carving out a niche for ourselves? The answer is to define your own, what is called your micro specialization. Micro specialization is what? The ability to become an expert or on a specialized topic and target a certain subset of the niche within your established industry. What am I saying here? Micro specialization, ability to become an expert on a specialized topic, a specialized field. Then within that field, you now even have a certain subset of a niche that you can carve out for yourself. There are different types, like in the medical industry. We have the medical industry, we have telecoms, we have different. No, there are a lot of people in the medical industry. There are a lot of people in catering and hospitality. So how do you come? What are you adding? What are you bringing that is different? You know, like something that is uppermost in my mind is, how do we take healthcare? I'm not in the healthcare sector, but I have ideas coming which I'm bouncing off some of my friends. How can we get healthcare to everybody easier, faster than going to stay 2 hours in a hospital, 3 hours? Sometimes going to hospital is a whole day's job. How do I get this healthcare, the same quality, top quality, but let it be easily accessible to people? How about catering and hospitality? What idea can you bring? How do you get your product to people and necessarily people don't come to you? How do I package this food? How do I cook this food? How do I do things that will make me stand out? A niche is doing a series of activities. A series of activities that make you not only to stand out, to be outstanding. What is that thing that you can offer? It's the same thing people are offering, but that added value, that added thing that will make you people to seek you and say, oh, I think there's something different for yourself from you. There's something different about you. And when people try to copy you, except they will do better. But it's a niche is somewhere that you are the master. You've gained mastery over that particular area. It's not the whole industry. You can't gain mastery over the medical field. No. You can't gain mastery over the hospitality field. No, but there's a subset that you can look for and say, this is my area of strength. I can apply this to this particular area, so it becomes easy for me to do what I want to do. You see, innovation is the entry. Innovation is the skills that is needed for a new entrant, a new entrepreneur into an oversaturated market where there are big players. How do I'm an SME, not even an SME, I'm a startup, but I want to start up in an industry that there are big players. How do I start? One of the things that you need to start with is this market penetration strategy of carving out a niche for yourself, a subset of the industry where you belong. You can now say, I want to carve out a niche for myself in that area. And so that is what is going to announce you. That is what is going to make people take you seriously. Because why will I leave a big player that have satisfied me over the years for a newcomer? Not just a newcomer, a startup that doesn't have deep pockets, that is not even financially strong. Why will I go for that? This is where a niche is, carving out a niche for yourself, having a niche market favors you greatly and extensively. So let me give you some steps of which you can find your own micro specialization or niche market. The first one I want to talk about this evening is define your industry or knowledge base. Before you can find a niche within a broad market, you have to first determine what market you aim to enter. People want to start business. I met a young man the other day and he says, look, I want, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. I say, excellent. But what industry does this, which industry will we find this? What market are we? He didn't know the industry. I knew the industry, but he didn't know the industry. And I was like, how do you know your competitors? How do you know even the market size, the market share, everything about the market? He didn't understand. He didn't have enough information about the industry he's getting into. And I asked him, okay, if this is the industry you want to get into, are you conversant with the new trends or what is happening there right now for you to say, okay, I am offering something? For you, you must know your industry, because that industry, they are your customers. There you will find your customers. How can you produce something for me? You don't know me, you don't know what I need, and you don't understand. So you must find your industry, locate your industry, discover your industry, and make sure that when you now know this is my industry, you begin to find, how will I find a subset within this industry that I will cash in on, that I will develop or create or carve out a niche for myself within that subset of the whole industry. Example, I've given you medical field, we have banking, finance and investment, we have fitness industry that is coming up, also marketing. All these places, you first of all need to find out, how do this is my industry. When you find out this is your industry, then you'll be able to now begin to say, which sector of this industry will I now offer my services to. I always say this, and I don't get tired of saying it. The reason why people always ask me, why is it that close to 90% of startups fail within the first 5 years? And I say they fail within the first 5 years because they are not knowledgeable about their industry. You want to start a business, you don't know how to start a business. Business is the only thing, rather, that people want to start, and they feel that they don't They don't need any background information or knowledge about that industry. If you want to be a soldier, you go to a military school. If you want to be a doctor, you go to a medical school. A nurse, a nursing school. But you want to become a business person, you feel you can do it, you feel you can go, there must be a preparatory stage for you in business. And you can go to a business school, or you consult, or you get contract a consultant that will be able to help you with all these things I'm saying. There must be a way. I think it's the book of Ecclesiastes that says that the labor of a fool wearieth him, for he know not how to go to the city. And most of us are suffering, moving around like groping in the dark, like drunken men and women, because we don't know how to get to the city. We don't understand our industry, the market, and how these things work. We don't understand it. So sometimes we just choose to say, okay, let me just go in there. You need counsel. You need a consultant. You need a business consultant. You need somebody that can help you. Or you go to a business school. Or if you don't want to go to a business school, you don't have money for it, there's a lot of this knowledge that I'm telling you. If you can listen to some of these people on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Uche Onoche, on YouTube. You can go there and get some of these teachings. Information now, knowledge now is practically free, except some specialized knowledge. So you cannot say you don't know where to find these things. You Google it, go to YouTube, you can find out almost everything. Teach yourself without even paying for it. There's a lot of these things. But there are also some specialized ones that, as you have the funds, I will also encourage you and strongly advise that you get those paid courses, because the things they put out there can help you. But if you really want to go deeper or go higher in wherever you are, you have to get some specialized courses. Know where you are, know your industry. It will really, really help you. It will really, really help you in what you want to do. Okay, the second one is break broad markets into specific niche. I've talked a bit about this. You have to look at the market. One of the things, one of the gifts that I have especially is the gift of critical thinking. Having an analytical brain, it helps me to critically assess things. And how do I do it? The first thing I do is, if you give me a big task, I break it down into bits, into phases. Phases I can manage per time. Phases I can manage, and at the end of the day, I will fit all of them, and I'll be able to give you the work and say I have finished successfully. Instead of trying to tackle things holistically, sometimes you can get confused and overwhelmed by it. Why don't you start in bits, in fractions, in phases, and at the end of it, just like a jigsaw puzzle, you put all of them back together. So once you have identified your industry, like I said, then you move on to more specific areas within your field. There is always a way to find out, where can I fit in this industry? There's a way to look at, where can I fit in? For me, I was into logistic business, and at some point there was a point and I looked at it as in, how will I be able to offer certain how will I be able to carve out a niche for myself within this logistic business? And I said to myself, after review and all those things, something came to me, a review, a quarterly report, a review, a magazine on logistics, where you are gathering information. And guess what? Companies are eager to give you information to put out in the mag, and to put out in the mag and in the reports you are sending, and they pay for it. So I looked at it, I said, look, I might not be able to compete with the big players in the logistic field, but I can carve out a niche for myself where people will be dying to see what I write and I produce that can help them, which will be able to help them in their business, and it didn't take much or cost as much as we thought it would to be able to produce that report and that material for them. So that is a way of launching in. I told a guy he wanted to start a business, but he says that there are a lot of people in that industry. He doesn't know how. He doesn't even have the money to be able to do marketing, and that he's limited in his scope in social media. I said, okay, why don't you start a blog? Start a blog and be talking about those services that your product can offer, or those services that your product has a solution for, rather. So he now started talking. I said, don't talk about your project or your product yet. Just talk about that need. So he went on social media, started creating conversations on that gap that he saw that his product can fill. So I said, go to Facebook, get a blog, and just be talking about those things. And the more he started talking about it, he started having followership that identify, that have that problem, or people that have identified that problem, or people that are willing to talk about it and even pay for it. So he did the blog for about 12 to 18 months because he wanted to resign and go fully into it. And I said, no, you can't do that. Start conversations on it first. So he started conversations on it, and he had a network where people were talking. Then all of a sudden, he now brought up a solution and said, guys, I've seen a company that can bring out this solution, and people were interested, and they were interested, and he now was able to bring out this product, and he's doing well today. So that is a way to be able to find a niche for yourself, especially when you know that you don't have the muscle, both financially and otherwise, as the big players there already. You have to find a way to be able to come into that crowded market. Okay, another way is internet marketing. You can do this through internet marketing. When you're trying to break down into carve a specific area for yourself, you can focus on e-commerce and zero in on content development, like I've said to you, which will include coaching and speakers. So just like I said, this guy became much easier for him to bring about conversations that ended up in him now supplying or offering those services. And guess what? He did not just offer those services. He now gathered a database of people. He gathered a database of people that he can start with. Just a blog and on social media. Gathered a page for people. He had the contact of the people. But most importantly, he understood what the people really wanted. And that is business for you. He understood exactly what people wanted. And knowing exactly what people wanted and having their contact, business has set now. The business is ready. And that was why he was able to do very well. Another step I want to introduce to you guys is what is called the SPN Method. SPN Method, it's out there. SPN Method, and he has 4 steps that I can quickly put you through in when you want to now find a specific area for yourself or area to concentrate. And so the SPAN is SPAN, and it talks about the S there is talking about subtopics. Is there enough subject matter to warrant an expert? Is there enough people, demand that will warrant you to say that I need to come? Remember, business is about filling a gap. So the S there is determine if there's enough subtopics within your specific niche. A great way to accomplish this is putting your subject in Google, and then looking at related searches. You know, when you put the subject of that thing you want in Google, you will see what people are doing. You will understand, is this a place that I can latch in on? So the internet is a good place for you to be able to test those things you want to do. The internet is an awesome place for you to start to test those things that you want, and realize if there's a need, because business is about having not just creating a solution, but identifying that there is a need to be filled. So now, if you can identify subtopics within that industry, or within that industry, is easier for you now to find a place you can latch in on. The P there in SPN is pain. Will your service be able to help somebody's pain? Pain here is not physical pain, but the pain is the need. That need that merits your attention. So a problem that needs to be solved. Is there a problem that needs to be solved? Once there's a problem, you know the industry, and you are able to locate the particular place where people have pain, you are drawing closer to finding a subset of that industry where you can latch in on. The A there is attainable. Is this thing attainable? You need to be honest to yourself. Am I able to achieve this? First of all, do I have the capacity to be able to do this? If I don't have all the capacity, am I able to get people, partners, credible partners that will be able to help me do this? Is this something I can do? Is this something I want to do? I love to do? Is this something can I offer this service at this level? At this top level, I need to know. I need to understand. I need to be able to know that. Okay, and the end there is numbers. Is there big enough market to bother entry? Because it's also about a game of numbers. And if you can do your Google search to indicate the number of people, how much people are spending, and to realize a lot about the market. If you Google your market, or Google the place that you want to add value, you'll be able to find out what people are saying. Facebook and LinkedIn can give you specific market popularity. So with this specific market popularity, you even know exactly the market size of that thing that you want to do. The fourth and the final, not the final. Yeah, so if you use this SPN method, subtopic, pain, is it attainable? Is it something I can do? And the numbers. Add the numbers there for it to be worth my while, for me to be able to venture into it. If you use this, it will bring you closer to your niche market, or closer to you being able to carve out a niche market for yourself. Cut. All right, the fourth one I want to talk about is become an educator and advocate for the success of your prospect. What do I mean by that? Be the contact for your prospects. When it comes to high quality information about your chosen field, you have to be the go-to person. The best way you can accomplish this task is by through podcasts. You have to talk, just like I'm talking to you now. You can have a blog, you can make a video, write a book, and the thing is that once you must be able to reach out to people at every particular point in time. You must be the educator. If you have a product or service, you must be the educator. You must be the one educating people. You must be the one guiding people, directing people, be the advocate of that thing that you're doing. And people will begin to listen to you. The more you talk, faith cometh by hearing the word of God. And also I say sales cometh by hearing the voice of the originator, hearing the voice of the creator, hearing the voice of the founder of that product or service. So we must be able to continue to be in the face of the people, making videos and blogs, be in the face of the people. You must be the educator. They must tie that product or service to your face. They must tie it to a human being. And because credibility starts from the person pushing it before it gets to the product itself or the service. Make sure to add new content at least on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. Depending on what you're putting in there, you must be able to add something to it on a daily basis. Okay, the fifth one I want to talk about is make sure your content is in front of new people. See, you are as good as the new people that you can get on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. I remember when I was working and were in sales, the company was more strict on how they were more concerned on how we get new customers than if the old one. The old one, there's a system of managing them and making them happy. But they drive you like slave masters to make sure you get new contacts and new clients. After a while, I understood it. Because the old customers can drop you at any time. You cannot guarantee. You can have 100 clients today. Tomorrow, you can wake up in one day because of one competitor has come, that you can lose 95 customers in one day. So you must continually fish out, reach out, contact, have new contact to add to your clientele base. Because that is the lifeline of your sales. And by extension, the lifeline of your business. Because it's the inflow that keeps the company going. So creating your content in front of new people is on a regular basis is key. You see, here at Marketplace Apostle, we are always bringing out something. Creating is important to us to know how many people we reach in a week, in a month. When we have meetings here, the first thing we start with is how many people we have reached out to. What is the number of new people we have? On social media, what is the number of the likes? Those that commented, those that clicked, those that checked, all those indices that we use to measure progress on social media. I would like to know that, and that's where we start from. Okay, so but for you to be able to grow that, you must make sure you get to where new people are. So guide your posts, post in areas where is easy for you to get new people that will know about what you do. To do this, guest posts, you can also post on other people's sites. You can also ask to be invited to speak on other people's products that does not necessarily compete with yours. So it's not just about your own space and what you do. Make sure you can also be speaking and contracting for other people. This will help you, people to know you faster. You can pitch yourself on radio stations and podcasts, on whatever media outlets that you deem fit, but make sure you are always there. Being number one in an industry will often require you hard work, late nights, early mornings. You must require you to go out of your way to be able to do that. And in every hard work, there is profit. So, but make sure that you reach out and get new contacts. New contacts, they are the lifeline of any business because they bring people who are ready, who are willing to pay. So new contacts is what we need. It's very important for any company. Okay. Thank you guys for listening to me today. But please, before you go, just hang on. Next week, Monday, we're talking about how to carve out a niche for you in a crowded market. So there's a second part to this. How do I enter a crowded market? How am I able to survive in a crowded market? You know, we're talking about this next Monday. Please invite your friends. Even invite your competitors. Let all of us learn. There's something here that we need to learn about how to enter into crowded markets. So that's for next Monday. Before we finally say happy Valentine, there's this great book. There's something out there that is so awesome, and that is the Marketplace Devotional. I know that if you hear devotional, your mind will just go to, oh, a Christian thing, oh, okay, repent or you die kind of thing. No, this devotional is for business people, career people, those in leadership. It is targeted towards your everyday work, how you should live and the things you should know. It is unusual. It's devotional unusual. It's just that we didn't have any other name to call it because it comes out every day. This is February. Every day in February we release the day's devotional, and it's been, believe me, it's been making waves since we started releasing it from 1st of January. And I want you to be part of this. Get a taste of it, because come March, 1st of March, it will be for only those that have subscribed to it. But please, just go to Uchonoche on any social media, any social media handle. Go to Marketplace Apostle on any social media handle. Also, Make in Nigeria, any social media handle. You will see the devotional, and you can just click on that link. It takes you for you to be able to subscribe. And once you subscribe, you will be getting it every day. And come March, you will also be getting it every day. At the end of every month, we will send to you for that month. Each month, the complete for you at that for the month, in case you want to use it and keep using it. Is awesome. It's really, really awesome. And I want you to have one. It's still free. February is just free. So you can just access it, and I'm sure you will thank me for it. You can also see Mondays. If you check our handles, you can see those for January. Please be a part of it, just like what we do. This is what I want to tell you. Help me invite someone on Monday. We're doing a great work here, and we want as many people that can have an access to us to be able to do this, to be able to be part of it. So bring 2-3 people along with you next Monday, and I know they will have an awesome time. Is this all we do in the week? No. We have a mentoring session. I have a mentoring session on Wednesdays. By 4 p.m. West African time, Nigerian time, 4 p.m. What do I do in the mentoring session? People send in questions in the 5 core areas of Marketplace Apostle, which is business, career, leadership, personal finance, relationships, and life issues. So these are our 5 core areas, and people send in questions. The already questions people have sent, so I come and I will answer them, and I use those questions to mentor people. And I can do same for you if you can just put your questions in any of my DM, put it out in my DM. I can pick it out and I'll be able to answer your question. You don't have to put your full name. People don't even put their full names. They can just put Uche O and just say Uche O Port Harcourt. We would like to know which area of the globe you are writing to us from. So just put your name, where you are from, where you reside, and I will come out and answer your question. It's good that way, because in that way I don't know you, you don't know me. I'll just tell you the truth to the best of my God-given ability. And he has helped people. Someone has contacted me and said, look, I have a friend or a sister, I can't remember, and I just told him, go to Uchonoche channel, a YouTube channel, and listen to when I dealt with depression. This lady went and listened to it and actually told her friend that day, that Wednesday, I said by midnight I was going to end my life. And so just hearing me talk on that day, it was enough for someone to drop that idea of suicide. So it is important. People have questions, but they don't know how to answer. They don't have people to answer it. Maybe they are too shy, or they feel that if they ask that question, people would think that they're not very smart. But here, we don't really need to know you. You can put out the questions. Marriages have been restored because somebody asked questions. Businesses are stronger now because people ask questions. Life issues, how to deal with in-laws, business partners, and all those things. People ask those things and he has strengthened them. And you can be part of that success story. We want to hear your success story. So apart from the devotional, we have quite a lot of things. So on Wednesday, I hope to see you. If you want some of my materials, we have ebooks, we have podcasts, we have videos. I have courses, short courses, medium-term courses, and long courses. I have all of them. You can go to uchonoche.com, uchonoche1word.com, and you can see my materials there. And if you want anything, just put it out in our DM, and I'll be able to reach out to you. So looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday. I'll make it a date, Wednesday, 4 p.m. And Monday, when I'll do the concluding part of this carving out a niche for you. But now carving out a niche for yourself in a crowded market. You will love this. I hope to see you next Monday and on Wednesday. God bless you guys.